Hello and welcome back to Off the Post. In today's episode, I'll be discussing how Man City closed the gap on Arsenal in their title race this season. But before that, as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's very much appreciated, and it goes a long way to help me build a small community on my channel. We've recently just got 295 subscribers. We're only 5 away from our big goal, 300. Let's go and smash it, shall we? Honestly, a bit over the moon if we can. And yeah, just want to say a massive thank you for the recent support on our most recent episodes, all the likes and the comments on social media as well. Definitely isn't going unnoticed. And yeah, let's get into today's episode, shall we? Man City beat Newcastle 2-1 at the weekend, okay, on Saturday evening, and one absolute amazing result for their hopes to potentially overtake Arsenal and win the Premier League title. Hopefully they can go and do it. We'll have to wait and see. But let's discuss some of the goals and the key action, the key moments of this game, shall we? Let's talk about the first goal of the game, okay? It came in the 14th minute from Nico O'Reliey and one absolute wonder strike from the midfielder, okay? Absolute beauty of a finish. You know, don't get me wrong, let's just talk about the build-up. The build-up was amazing because obviously it came from a goal kick. You know, Haaland sort of wins the ball, flicks it over to Nico O'Reliey. He does a little 1-2 with Marmoush, and then the run that Marmoush goes on to sort of just, parry away those two or three Newcastle defenders just to ease through them, okay, and pass the ball pinch perfect to Nico O'Reliey. He's what just rolls it, he just lets it roll for a little bit and takes a first time shot outside the box straight past Nick Pope. There's nothing he can do. I feel like I've been saying this about Nick Pope for a while now. Is this the demise of Nick Pope? Just because, every time that I do a Newcastle video, which seems to be pretty much every week recently, okay, because they're having the best games of late, at least, anyways, or, it seems to be that Nick Pope is having a bit of a horrid time this season. So is he on the way out? We'll have to wait and see. Maybe let me know in the comments down below. But Nico O'Reliey in this game was probably top three players in my personal opinion, just because he was absolutely amazing in that midfield. He bossed it. He was the key player in there. And don't get me wrong, this season, obviously, he's come through the ranks at Man City being a left back, but now he's transitioned into being this midfielder this season because of all the injuries that Pep Guardiola's teams had and whatnot. And he's come in and he's not played a bit part role. He's outshined a lot of these midfielders. Bernardo Silva, Rodri, but maybe he has come back from injury, of course. Nico Gonzalez, all these other players in midfield. Phil Foden, if you like, he's outshone them, and he's starting to score some goals, get some assists as well. I'm pretty sure he scored last week or the week before that. Absolutely amazing scenes. What I was seeing from Nico O'Reilly, that wonder strike was amazing. And when you talk about the player as well, you got to think to yourself, is it time for an England call up? Is it time to go to the World Cup? Honestly, absolutely brilliant stuff. He could potentially be a starting midfielder. I'm just throwing out there. He probably won't because we've got better options in that midfield, but he can definitely challenge those midfielders. The likes of Elliot Anderson, who's sort of having a bit of a horrid time at Nottingham Forest at the moment. The likes of Declan Rice probably won't start ahead of him, no chance. But maybe the likes of Adam Wharton, maybe the likes of other players in there as well. Jordan Henderson. Thomas Tuchel does like a bit of a old head, older experienced player in there. Would you not start on Nico O'Reilly instead of him? I would. That's just my personal opinion. You know, but we'll have to, if we just carry on talking about the Man City game, okay. The other two players for me in this game was definitely Marmoush and Haaland, okay. For me, that assist for the first goal from Marmoush was absolutely excellent. I just love the way he sort of just uses agility, his speed to beat all those players, just to just get through those tight spaces if you like in the Newcastle area, Newcastle half if you like. It was absolutely amazing to sort of get that assist and pick up that lovely pass to create the goal. And he did that for the majority of the game, creating so many chances for other players: Antonio Semenyo, Phil Foden, Erling Haaland. Even though Erling Haaland didn't score in this game, he was so involved in this game. There was so much brilliant dribbling ability shown on display in this game. A lot of chances as well. There was one clear cut chance where he was on through and goal. I think it was passed from Margehi. Someone like that, anyways. And played a lovely through ball into Erling Haaland's path. He ran into the box, but he just couldn't chip the ball over Nick Pope because he was rushing out and whatnot. So he was unlucky that he couldn't score, or he couldn't put it far post at least, whatever. And he was unlucky that he couldn't score. So from my point of view, you know Even though Haaland didn't score in this game, he was absolutely excellent, and that's been a massive criticism throughout his whole Man City career. He only has 7 touches. He doesn't get involved in the game. What does he do other than score goals? I think you've seen it in this game that he can offer a lot more in abundance, can't he? He's a massive threat. He's an aerial threat. He's a massive body in there. He's got so much strength. He's got so much skill. He's got so much agility. He's got it all. He's a full package, if you like. And that assist for the second goal was absolutely amazing. That cross into the box, honestly, it was absolutely amazing. Okay, Antonio Semenyo found the ball on the right hand side. Nice little through ball onto Erling Haaland, runs onto it. First time cross, pretty much, where he takes 1 or 2 touches, cross into the box. Lovely weight, pitch perfect, okay, to Nico O'Reliey, who just leaps up and heads the ball straight past Nick Pope once again. And for me, you know, I really do rate this Man City side at the moment. And when we talk about them, at the time of recording, okay, they're 2 points behind Arsenal in the title race. Okay, don't get me wrong. I have This is before the North London derby. Don't get me wrong. Arsenal could go 5 points ahead of Man City. So from that point of view, Man City definitely do need Tottenham to give them a little bit of a favour, give them a bit of a boost, and potentially get a draw or even a win against their North London rivals. Okay, if they can do that, it'll be 2 points, and hopefully, that would make the season so interesting, wouldn't it? Because it's pretty much been Arsenal the whole season, and now when it comes to those crunched moments, okay, 12 games left, 11 games left, whatever it is, in these big moments, we'll have to wait and see if Arsenal will bottle it. They need 3 points, don't they? They need to beat their Northern rivals, Tottenham. But Tottenham could play a massive defining role in Arsenal's title challenges. And could you imagine, they're having one of the worst seasons ever, being in a relegation battle. But if they could potentially stop Arsenal from winning the league, it'll be so amazing. Honestly, just the storylines in that would be absolutely fun, so funny and brilliant to watch as well. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Obviously, at the time of recording, it's Sunday morning, so we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, from a Man City point of view, you've got to have things fall in your favour, don't you? In the likes of Tottenham potentially getting all those 3 points over the line. It's going to be a difficult task for them because they've got so many injuries. They've got, not playing well either, are they? Particularly, 16th in the league, whatever it is, they're in a relegation battle. You probably would expect Arsenal to win that game. If they get a managerial bounce Tottenham, it probably would be one of the best scenes of the whole season, okay? But yeah, for me, if we talk about whether Man City can actually win the Premier League, I want to say yes. The defence is getting better, very slowly, okay? With the addition of Marguerite, with Ruben Diaz, with Donnarumma, those three could potentially go on and help Man City secure that Premier League title, because we know their midfield is stacked. We know their attack is even better. They score goals galore. That's not the problem. It's just been about the defence this season. For whatever reason, the defence hasn't been good enough. I think it is just the fullbacks. For me, the fullbacks, they don't offer enough going forward. They don't offer enough defensively either. Nunes, Mateus Nunes, Yait Nouri, whoever's on that left hand side this season, it's just not been the one. And they've just conceded so many goals. I don't know why the reason is, but they've got a world class keeper. They've got 2 good centre backs. Surely, if they can become more resolute at the back, stop conceding goals, they'll start winning more games, because we know one thing for Man City is they'll definitely score on, won't they? Like they have done in the past couple of weeks. And yeah, I just want to see, so I want to see Arsenal and Mikel. I want to see Arsenal and Mikel. I want to see Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, you know, in those high pressure situations, and this is definitely one in this game against Tottenham Hotspur, isn't it? Because now we can definitely see whether or not they've got the cojones to potentially go on and get all 3 points and win the league. Now that Man City are slowly and surely catching them up. But yeah, let's end the video with some questions, okay? Do you think Man City can close the gap on Arsenal? Do you think they can overtake them in the Premier League title hunt? Do you feel like Man City can become Premier League champions? Who are the top 3 performers in this game? How would you feel about Nico O'Reliey? Could he go to the World Cup? Scoring a brace is absolutely amazing. How do you feel about Erling Haaland? Is he starting to slowly offer you more going forward if he doesn't score you the goals? Other than scoring goals. How do you feel about Newcastle as well? For me, it's one step forward, one step back from Newcastle. Before that, as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's very much appreciated. It goes a long way helping me build a small community on my channel. We've recently just hit 295 subscribers. We're only 5 away from getting our big target 300. Let's go and smash it. And yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you for the recent support on our most recent episodes, all the likes and the comments on social media as well. Definitely going to notice. And yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you, really. And yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you, really. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.